I think we added a few new faces to our team via trades. A couple of younger guys are going to be here on a more regular basis for us.
Right now at 6, the Tri-City Americans kick off their new season this weekend. Our Dan Hansen will have a preview for us. Also ahead and all new at 6, Walla Walla authorities are warning the public about toxic algae. Plus, Newsies is coming to Richland this weekend. Our Toby Solvang has an exclusive interview with some of the cast members. And Josh is in for Stacy.
Yeah, we did have that blowing dust advisory earlier. It's since been lifted, but our camera continues to shake in Yakima. I'll tell you just how fast the winds are. I have a preview to the weekend forecast. All that coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
And a very good evening. Thank you for joining us as we end the week together. I am Austin Reed. It is October the 4th. First at 6, the Tri-City Americans kick off their 2024-2025 season tomorrow night at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen spoke to the team about the season's excitement and how they are prepared for this year.
On Saturday, these seats will look a lot different as Americans fans pile into the Toyota Center to kick off the 2024-2025 season. This year's captain, Jake Sloan, has played his entire WHL career here in the Tri-Cities. Sloan says being named team captain is a huge honor for him. He tells me teammates come up to him and ask for advice, a responsibility he takes to heart. As team captain, Sloan didn't take the offseason lightly, as he has been working on getting better.
It's been about the speed for a long time. I feel like if I'm able to get my speed going, I'll be more dangerous with my size and my stick skills.
Sloan says the locker room is full of excitement about the season's start. The team can't wait to play in front of the fans. He says the crowd's support helps the team play better, regardless of how the game is going. Sloan says the fans make it really fun to play in front of. Now puck drop is set for Saturday at 6:05. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, the excitement is here. Thank you so much, Dan. Have a great weekend. Turning to our first alert weather, the rain arrived earlier, but will it continue? Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth joining us live with a look at how things are as we head into the weekend. It looks like things have really cleared up as of tonight.
Yeah, you just poke your head out the door here in Kennewick. Lots of sunshine out there, a very different situation from what we were seeing just 4 or 5 hours back. Okay, I want to touch on this very quickly. The Tiger Creek fire burning outside of Milton Freewater. Remember, this one started as a prescribed burn, and now it's a wildfire proper. It's shy of 400 acres, and it's still at 5% contained. There's a community meeting tonight at the Walla Walla High School on this fire. You can find more information about that listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Winds have calmed down just a little bit, but still gusting upwards of 30 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, 27 miles per hour in the Tri-Cities, much calmer in the foothills of the Blues. So all in all, still breezy/windy out there, but like Austin was alluding to, it is much drier compared to just 4 or 5 hours back. Just some showers hanging on for dear life in the southern tip of Umatilla County. So for tonight, will be dry, will be clear, will be cold. Overnight lows down into the 30s and 40s, but those clear skies mean that we can maybe see the northern lights. So I'll have more to say about that coming up a little bit later in the show. But your day planner for tomorrow, temperatures in the 40s and 30s to start off the morning. As we start talking about lunchtime, we're going to be into the mid to upper 50s, but then by the peak of daytime heating, we'll be up into the 60s and 70s. I'll tell you what else to expect for your weekend forecast. Also, I'll tell you when we have more rain on the way. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, we'll see in just a bit. Now to other headlines and to a crime alert. New data not only shows auto crime is on the rise across the nation, but it also shows that Washington State ranks second for having the most vehicles stolen per capita, only outdone by Colorado. Thieves took more than 1 million motor vehicles during 2023, according to the FBI. And according to a new study by MarketWatch Guides, the rate of vehicle theft in Washington is 639.3 vehicles per 100,000 people. The study said that is the highest rate of auto theft people in Washington have suffered in 10 years. It increased more than 50% from a decade ago when the rate was just about 386.7 7 per 100,000. The top 5 list of vehicles broken into include Hyundai Elantra, Hyundai Sonata, Kia Soul, Honda Civic, and Honda CR-Vs. We have new information from the Grant County Sheriff's Office tonight about a shooting midweek. Deputies responded to the 15,000 block of Road 25 Southwest in unincorporated Mattawa. Someone reported a woman had met up with a man in an orchard before her ex-boyfriend showed up and started arguing with the other man. The ex-boyfriend pulled out a gun and fired several shots while the other man ran into the orchard. The sheriff's office says they were able to convince the ex to turn himself in, so deputies arrested him at his parents' house. The suspect is 34-year-old Juan Castro. Nobody was seriously hurt. A new grant award has been made to the city of Yakima. The grant allocates $353,998 to combat domestic violence. Funding for the grant was awarded by the Office on Violence Against Women. It's part of an initiative that encourages law enforcement agencies and prosecutors' offices to expand and improve their capacity to investigate and prosecute domestic violence. The funds will be used in partnership with the YWCA of Yakima to provide a victim advocate, identify high-risk cases for referral to the Domestic Violence High-Risk Team, and provide more resources for victims of domestic violence. New from the Othello Police Department, late last month, the OPD received a report from a school principal of a man who was potentially giving students drugs nearby a high school. Police ultimately arrested Oscar Reyes Terrazon. He was booked into the Franklin County Jail for 2 felony charges of distributing drugs to minors. Officers conducted a search warrant on his home and discovered more illegal drugs. The department is asking the community to continue to remain vigilant. We have a health alert that's all new at 6 now. The Walla Walla County Department of Community Health issuing a warning advisory at Charbonneau Park in Burbank due to elevated levels of blue-green algae. Samples taken from the park at the end of September shows the levels of the toxins are above the threshold recommended by the Washington Department of Health. These toxins can pose a significant health risk if they are ingested, inhaled, or if they contact the skin. Exposure to these toxins can cause serious illness in humans, particularly children, and death for pets that are exposed. Now to Northern Oregon, the Pendleton Airport has been awarded the General Aviation Airport of the Year by the Oregon Airport Management Association. The accolade recognizes the Pendleton Airport's contributions to aviation, innovation, and community engagement. Oregon is home to more than 90 general aviation airports. The airport director tonight says the Pendleton Airport has become a national leader in research, development, testing, and evaluation. Turning to local entertainment and to a story you'll only see right here on Apple Valley News Now. The Academy of Children's Theater is putting on the musical Newsies starting tonight. Apple Valley News Now's Toby Solving has more.
The musical Newsies takes place in turn-of-the-century New York City. This is based on a true story in which the local newspaper boys fight against the paper publisher for fair wages. The director and a few cast members came to the studio today to tell us more about it.
And it's this beautiful, moving story of how these newsboys kind of stand up against Pulitzer, the Pulitzer Prize. He won the newspaper. And so they stand up against him to get their rights, to make sure the paper stays at the right price so they can still make a living. So they kind of form a children's union throughout New York City. It's really fun. It's not only the children's theater, but the youth symphony, the McColumbia Youth Symphony, is also performing. So there is almost 100 youth getting to put together this show. They're working together to sing and dance and play music and to get to show what they love to do, to share their passion with their community.
I play Crutchy, who is a disabled newsie. He has polio, and so his left leg doesn't work.
I walk. If you're into music, if you're into theater, it's a great watch. It's also really relevant right now. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world that we live in, and it really does mirror some of the things that happened back in the day. This is our show. This is everybody's show. This is for everybody that's ever felt small or downtrodden, and disrespected by their workplace, by their world. And it's about taking a stand and coming together with your buddies.
We've been down too long, and we paid our dues. And the things we do today will be tomorrow's news.
Yeah!
Tonight is opening night at Richland High School, but the play goes on all this weekend and next weekend with evening and matinee shows. Toby Solvang with Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Toby, thank you for that. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6. A statue of Donald Trump is turning heads in one city. Plus, in more local news, a new venue location for the city of Pasco is now open. We'll take you there. And Josh returns with your full First Alert weather forecast as we are cruising into the weekend. Happy Friday, everybody.
Fall is in the air, and that means getting back to school, putting outdoor toys away, and getting ready for winter sports. However, if an accident left you sidelined this summer, you should call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA. I'm loving a pizza. Loving a pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. Loving a pizza. I'm loving a pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. And Yakima's whole.
Mom, let's order a large Mexicana pizza.
For Tony Big Cheese Pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Women, were you exposed to dactyl while you were pregnant? Infant birth defects are caused by this toxic weed killer used in farming, landscaping, and gardening. As a result, the EPA has asked agricultural workers to stop using dactyl, also known as DCPA. If you or your child was injured by dactyl, protect your rights for compensation. Call Weitz & Luxembourg today at 917-LAWYERS to learn more. That's 917-LAWYERS.
Life's too short to put up with a bad bank. You have a life, places to go, people to see, and things to get done. You don't have time for banks or credit unions that don't care. You deserve better. At Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, we've served Central Washington and the Columbia Basin since 1905 with 10 branches, face-to-face service, and a 5-star app when you're on the go. So go have fun. Do what makes you happy. Life's too short to put up with anything less. Bank better with Yakima Federal.
Prices are out of control with no end in sight, and Jared Sessler supports a 30% national sales tax that'll drive prices even higher. 30% more for your bacon, eggs, and milk. Trying to buy a home? Think again. Sessler would even tax your healthcare and utility bills by 30%. We can't afford Jared Sessler and his 30% tax. National Interest Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Next ET, counting down to the AMA's 50th with an exclusive announcement from Shaka Khan.
I'm ready to retire.
Plus, one-on-one with Elton John talking his new gig.
It's going to be very exciting.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Happy September. Enjoy our Indian summer and back to school. Remember, going 35 in a 20-mile-an-hour school zone doubles your stopping distance.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Thanks for staying with us on Apple Valley News Now live at 6. A new venue has arrived to the city of Pasco. Today, Apple Valley News Now got a behind-the-scenes look. Legacy Events has recently opened up. The owner says there are a shortage of venues like this to the area, so she decided to venture into the world of entertainment. The 11,000 square foot facility is located on the 5200 block of Outlet Drive inside the Broadmoor Mall. The space will host weddings, quinceañeras, birthday parties, and other special events.
and we just lack that in Tri-Cities, so we decided to make our own so that we can provide that for the community. It's a pretty blank slate, so if you take everything out, you can bring whatever you like. So for weddings, birthday parties, retirements, office meetings, it's a great space, very flexible for anybody that would like to use it.
When our crews were inside, the space was all decorated for a quinceañera, which is set for Saturday. Prices vary for each event. Listen to this political headline. People in Phoenix, Arizona saw something very unusual late yesterday. A giant naked statue of former President Donald Trump. William Pitts has more.
24th Street in Washington. Car repair, car rentals, self-storage, dispensary, and what is that? Did you drive by and you're like, that is a 43-foot Trump?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I need to take a picture of it.
All day. People driving by, laughing, taking photos.
But you can't get in, so there's no way to see it.
Oh, you can see it, whether you want to or not. It's a giant statue of Donald Trump naked. And yes, there is a bottom half. And yes, it shows everything. But don't worry, we won't. But apart from this thing being naked, it's also, well, it's huge. 43 feet tall, suspended from a crane in an empty lot. It's so tall we can see it from the 12 News Studio's roof camera. Heck, we can see it from the newsroom.
But I just think that it is extraordinary.
Extraordinary and mysterious. The dispensary says it's not theirs. A person at the lot would only say it's just being stored there. But here's what we found out. The statue was apparently in Las Vegas a few days ago.
Is it a political statement or I don't know what it is. No. But hey, Vegas, anything will happen in Vegas.
According to multiple media outlets, it's an art installation from an anonymous artist called Crooked and Obscene. Someone claiming to be the artist told a Las Vegas TV station it weighs 6,000 pounds and is made out of foam. At the time, the Nevada GOP called it deplorable and offensive. The Arizona Republican Party did not respond to a request for comment. We don't know if it's here to stay or if you'll see it somewhere else around the valley. But we do know this.
It's real.
William Pitts, 12 News.
All right. The artist who claimed to be responsible for the statue said it is commentary on transparency in politics, but you'll have to decide. Now to continuing coverage, Dolly Parton is making a big donation to help out with Hurricane Helene relief efforts. The country music legend made the announcement today at a Walmart in Newport, Tennessee, where meals, showers, and laundry facilities are being offered to residents. The area is not far from Parton's hometown and experienced severe flooding from last week's storm.
I really think that this is a time for me to step up again, for all of us to step up and do what we can. And of course, today I wanted to announce that from myself personally, just from my own bank account, I'm donating $1 million today. But there's a lot to be done, and we're trying to find other ways to even raise more funds.
At Friday's event, Walmart's CEO also announced the company would donate a total of $10 million to hurricane relief efforts across the affected states.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
If you don't like Dolly Parton, then I don't know what to tell you. And if you don't like this weekend's forecast, I also don't know what to tell you. Right now, we do have some showers that are lingering in southern portions of Morrow and Umatilla counties, but that is about it, as we are looking pretty dry at this point. Here's a summation of the rainfall that we had for today. I was saying on the morning show that it was likely that to the east of the Cascades we get less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, and unfortunately it did pan out that way. 2/100 of an inch in the Tri-Cities, 1/100 of an inch in Yakima, the same thing for Hermiston, just trace amounts at the airport in Ellensburg. So now, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, the 2024-2025 rainfall year started on October 1st. We hadn't had any rainfall on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. So before this storm system, we were 100% behind the 8 ball. Now we're still running a rainfall deficit, but we did make some subtle improvements, at least in Yakima, the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, and Walla Walla. But we're still 100% behind average in Ellensburg. But we have a long way to go this fall and winter. to improve some of those numbers. Okay, for tonight, we're going to have clear skies. Overnight lows dropping down into the 30s and 40s, 34 in Yakima, 38 at the Hanford site, 39 in the Tri-Cities. I'm thinking if you did have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, or the plumbing, it would be in the Kittitas Valley or in the Yakima Valley. By the way, winds are going to calm down for tonight, and the clear skies mean that we could see the northern lights. We're in the midst of a geomagnetic storm, so we'll have a chance to see those for tonight. We'll have a much better chance to see those tomorrow night. I'll have more on that coming up a little bit later in the show. Here's your coatcast for tomorrow for the Tri-Cities. Heavy jacket stuff in the morning, light jacket stuff into the late morning and around lunchtime. And then by the peak of daytime heating in the sunshine, should be t-shirt weather with highs in the 60s and 70s. So for tomorrow, we'll be up to 71 in the Tri-Cities, 68 in Yakima, 69 in Ellensburg. We'll be a couple degrees below average for this time of the year, but a very nice fall Saturday, lots of sunshine and pretty light winds. We'll start to trend a little bit warmer into midweek next week, touching 80 in the Tri-Cities by Tuesday. Then high temperatures start to fall off after that. But overall, pretty seasonal stuff over the next 7 days. Also pretty dry stuff over the next 7 days. We will have little shower chances in the Cascades for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those chances become a bit more widespread into Friday. But for now, it's not looking like it's going to be a washout. But we have more time to tweak the details of that forecast in particular. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Sunny and in the 70s through Monday, maybe touching 80 by Tuesday. Cooling off again after Wednesday and showers possible for next Friday. In Yakima, sunny and room temperature for Saturday, then a whole bunch of 70s from Sunday through Thursday, maybe back down into the 60s again with a chance for showers late next week. Then in Ellensburg, calmer winds tomorrow, drier and plenty of sunshine. Highs turn warmer for Sunday through Tuesday, cooling off past Wednesday. Then in Hermiston, bright with highs in the 70s through the beginning of next week, maybe into the 80s for Tuesday, trending cooler after Wednesday, and wet weather possibly returns next Friday. And then in Walla Walla, sunny and in the 70s through Tuesday, cooler with clouds building for Wednesday and Thursday. Showers may return by next Friday.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh, in for Stacy tonight. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
All right. Still ahead on Apple Valley News now at 6. Bird flu cases are rising in one western state. We'll have that story when we come back.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Businesses, community organizations, and people of all walks of life have joined together for Riverfest 2024. Riverfest is free family fun entertainment featuring exhibitors, live music, and vendors showcasing all the benefits of our river system. Join us on Saturday, October 5th from 10 to 3 at Columbia Park in Kennewick. Find out more at riverfestwa.com or on Facebook. Riverfest 2024. Our rivers, our life. Bring the whole family.
Sometimes, life is a funny way of turning sideways. Like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day. Here we go. Or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We got you.
Are we happy? We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hon, what do you think of this one?
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
Wow, is this going to be ready in time for the baby?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower update.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Welcome back. We have a health alert for you. California is investigating its first 2 possible human cases of bird flu. According to the Department of Health, there are no apparent links between the 2 cases. They both had contact with infected cattle but worked at different dairy farms. At least 14 human cases of bird flu have been identified in the U.S. since March, and nearly all have been in workers who actually had direct contact with infected animals. And the Supreme Court decided to let rules that would cut emissions of the planet-warming gas methane and the metal mercury stand. The ruling doesn't uphold the methane and mercury rules. The court is considering another series of emergency appeals requiring coal and new natural gas power plants to dramatically cut their emissions. The region's only live and local news at 6:30 is coming up. We'll have more local headlines plus weather.
Yeah, we have some lights tonight in the forecast, maybe of the northern variety. I'll tell you more about that coming up at 6:30.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Save through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. Save on Hampton Farm shelled peanuts, hot price to just $6.99. Find Blue Fire 1-pound camping propane canisters for just $3.99. Save up to $8 on Rain-X Longitude wiper blades. Plus save $5 on Savory Prime 2-pound bags of pet treats. Celebrating 20 years of employee ownership. Save through Monday with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
Women, were you exposed to dactyl while you were pregnant? Infant birth defects are caused by this toxic weed killer used in farming, landscaping, and gardening. As a result, the EPA has asked agricultural workers to stop using dactyl, also known as DCPA. If you or your child was injured by dactyl, protect your rights for compensation. Call Whites and Luxembourg today at 917-LAWYERS to learn more. That's 917-LAWYERS.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course, it's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary, and we're having a gigantic sale.
Take advantage of our best prices of the year.
And interest-free financing.
David, you do know anniversaries only come once a year, right?
Yes, and if you miss ours, you'll be sorry.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Prices are out of control with no end in sight, and Jared Sessler supports a 30% national sales tax that'll drive prices even higher. 30% more for your bacon, eggs, and milk. Trying to buy a home? Think again. Sessler would even tax your healthcare and utility bills by 30%. We can't afford Jared Sessler and his 30% tax. National Interest Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
A beautiful young nurse brutally murdered in cold blood. There was a bite mark.
The bite came from a woman.
Investigators began zeroing in on veteran of the LAPD.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Next Extra, murder in Beverly Hills.
My name is Eric Menendez. My name is Lyle Menendez. Everyone asks why we kill our parents.
What happened that night? In their own words, why they say there is so much you don't know. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30, our Monique Ledesma will introduce us to a new female fire captain for one Tri-Cities area fire department. All that and more right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome to the first Friday of October.
Where's the time go?
It's just flying by. Halloween's coming up, and the weekend, though, much closer.
Yes, counting down the hours and the minutes at this point. But our weather is going to be fantastic. It's going to look very different as opposed to what it looked like just a little bit earlier today. But this storm system, it was a quick hitter. It got in and it got out. Now we're left with some very nice conditions this evening. You're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Temperatures this evening down into the 50s and 60s, 63 in the Tri-Cities, 58 for Walla Walla, 63 in Sunnyside. If you're about to head out for dinner, you just maybe need a light jacket. But late this evening, you'll need a heavy jacket as we have overnight lows dipping down into the 30s and 40s. Clear skies, and that bodes very well for this. The northern lights are possible for tonight. You can see that visibility line going from Aberdeen to the Tri-Cities, cutting down to the south and east. But wait for this. It's going to be a double dip because we have a chance to see the northern lights tomorrow night. You notice that the visibility line dips down a little bit further to the south, so there's going to be a much better chance at seeing those lights for tomorrow night. I'll have another look at your weekend forecast. I'll show you what temperatures are looking like. Also, I'll show you the next time we have rainfall in the forecast. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh Colbreth in for Stacy tonight. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. First at 6:30, from taking emergency calls to responding to emergency calls, one member of the Kennewick Fire Department says it takes a lot of hard work and determination to rise up the ranks. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports as she works upward. She says it's more about serving others.
I like coming to work and doing this job. It's a lot of fun.
Tamara Fondrick got her first experience with the Kennewick Fire Department while serving as a 911 dispatcher. But after doing the job for a decade, she felt the urge to be out on the call instead of making them. And that has been her life for nearly 13 years.
I love working with my crews and the other crews in the department. And there's just always something to look forward to every day. And the job is never the same from one day to the next. So it gives you the opportunity to look forward to new things happening. So it makes it an exciting job.
After taking every opportunity she could think of, she's now the Kennewick Fire Department's newest captain. She says through this new role, it's not so much about being in charge.
I worked really hard for a long time to be where I'm at. It's an opportunity for me to give back more now, specifically to my crew and the department as a captain, and be here to serve them as well as the citizens of Kennewick.
Being a captain is about serving others.
Making sure that my crew is getting the training that they need, getting anything they need to make it so that they can do their job better and more efficiently, and making sure that the station is taken care of as well, and that the citizens in our area are taken care of in a timely manner.
Fondrick says anyone can go after a career in the fire service. You just have to be willing to put in the work.
My biggest message would be to work really hard in school, because there's a lot of mental involvement in the fire service, as well as the physical aspect. But it's something that if anyone works really hard, that they can do it and they can be successful at it.
Fondrick's fellow firefighters say she is humble about her service, but she is a great role model for the department. Fondrick is the first female captain in the 117-year history of the Kennewick Fire Department. She says a lot of women came before her both locally and throughout the world, and it's the fire service who put in a lot of work and effort to prove that women can do the job well. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique. Now, she also says if you are interested in the fire service, all you need is the right mindset and a dedicated work ethic. Turning to community events this weekend, the Washington Alzheimer's Association is hosting its annual Walk to End Alzheimer's on Saturday in Yakima. Currently, more than 200 people are registered for the walk in Franklin Park. Registration starts at 9:30 a.m. The ceremony begins at 10:30. The walk starts at 11. The funds raised will go towards care, support, and research. The Tri-State Walla Walla Group is hosting the annual 2024 Walla Walla Veterans Stand Down Resource Fair tomorrow. That's Saturday, October the 5th. The event is open to all veterans and is happening at the Walla Walla Community College from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Veterans can learn about employment services, mental health services, as well as other resources. Well, the strike at the ports along the nation's east and Gulf Coast is over. The International Longshoremen's Association and the U.S. Maritime Alliance announced they reached a tentative deal on wages late last night. The U.S. Maritime Alliance represents shipping companies and port authorities. A source says the agreement on wages amounts to a $4 per hour raise for each year of the 6-year contract. The union agreed to extend the contract that expired earlier this week until January 15th, while the full agreement is worked on. As a result, the 50,000 union members went back to work today. Country music star Garth Brooks has been accused of sexual assault and battery. It's all from a woman who says she worked as a hairstylist and makeup artist for the famous singer. The woman, known only as Jane Roe, says that the alleged incidents occurred in 2019 and include an allegation of rape. She says that rape occurred during a work trip with Brooks in L.A., where he was taping a Grammy performance. Before being identified in Thursday's filing, Brooks filed a complaint against the woman using the name Jane Doe, in which he tried to block the woman from going public with her allegations. He has fiercely denied her claims. The Supreme Court will be deciding whether Mexico can sue gun makers for violence along the border. Mexico accuses gun distributors of facilitating the flow of firearms to drug cartels. The question for the justices is whether a federal law prevents Mexico from suing the companies. The Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act generally protects gun makers and distributors from civil liability when their products are used in crimes. Now, today, the High Court granted a request by gun manufacturers to review a lower court rule reviving the case. It was one of 13 cases the court granted on Friday, filling out the term that will begin on Monday. Former President Donald Trump is returning to the site of the first assassination attempt against him this weekend for a rally. He'll be back at the Farm Show property in Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow. It comes less than 3 months after the failed assassination attempt in which a bullet grazed his ear. The Secret Service killed the gunman. He'll be joined by Tesla CEO Elon Musk, family members of the man who was killed during the assassination attempt, his running mate, J.D. Vance, and GOP members of Congress. A man pleaded not guilty this week to attempting to assassinate Trump at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida, last month. Back in Washington state, a wild story out of Seattle. A dog is now safe at home with its owner after miraculously surviving a fall off an overpass and onto a moving car. It happened on Interstate 5 during rush hour traffic yesterday. Samantha Lambito spoke to the driver of the car and shows us the amazing video.
From this WashDOT camera, you can see a dog lying on the windshield of a car, but it's how he got there that seems unbelievable.
Kind of slow in slow traffic, and it just was all of a sudden on top of my windshield, so I had no, heads up or anything like that.
Peregrine Jones is the man you see here, who was driving under the overpass on I-5 Thursday afternoon, when he says the dog suddenly came crashing down.
At first, it was so bizarre that I couldn't even really comprehend what was happening because, all of a sudden there's a dog on the front of my car.
Jones tells me he pulled over immediately, finding the dog upright and, most importantly, alive.
It was very calm as long as I was there and kind of calmed it and seemed to be interested in just staying put on the windshield and understood that it should to protect itself.
He says other drivers also hopped out to get the dog medical attention. Despite the major damage to Jones's car, he was not hurt, thanks to the slow-moving rush hour traffic and a strong windshield.
It would have come down right in my lap, essentially, had the windshield not held.
Wow, that was Samantha Lambio reporting. The dog, whose name is Sky, was taken to a veterinary medical center. She didn't have any serious injuries and was released to her owner. Washington State Patrol is investigating how the pup fell from the overpass. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30, we are previewing college football this weekend on ABC, and Josh Colbreth will return. He'll have your full weekend first alert weather forecast. Happy Friday, everybody. We're back after this.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Not just college football, SEC football.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Did you know that an adjustable bed can help you sleep better at night?
They also help alleviate health problems like chronic aches and pains, acid reflux, sleep apnea, and of course, snoring.
We are giving away a free adjustable base with your luxury mattress purchase.
And our sleep consultants will tailor the perfect sleep solution just for you.
Come try an adjustable bed today and see how you can improve your quality of sleep.
And health.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Fun and excitement are waiting for you at Wild Horse Resort and Casino in Pendleton. Try your hand at Vegas-style slots and table games, indulge in fine dining, enjoy restaurant amenities, or swing away on 2 championship golf courses. Find out what's happening with upcoming promotions, book hotel rooms, buy event tickets, and more on the new mobile app. App users get more chances to win through exciting pop-up promotions and exclusive app-only games. Download, play, and win today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
I got sandwiched between 2 trucks and trailers.
The insurance company tried to trick Michael.
The worst part was they hired a private investigator to stalk me for 2 years.
But he knew my number, 853-2222.
He taught him a lesson. We both taught him a lesson.
I made the insurance company pay.
He got me 5 times more than what I expected. This law firm is the best in Yakima, period.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
The Palouse. There's no place like it on earth.
I'm a 5th-generation farm boy. We've been doing this since 1875.
It's harvest time on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Prices are out of control with no end in sight, and Jared Sessler supports a 30% national sales tax that'll drive prices even higher. 30% more for your bacon, eggs, and milk. Trying to buy a home? Think again. Sessler would even tax your health care and utility bills by 30%. We can't afford Jared Sessler and his 30% tax. National Interest Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Recently, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather forecast weekend thunderstorms.
But some viewers told us that their phone app predicted sunshine.
Well, the apps were wrong.
Trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Always on your side.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Welcome back, everybody. Tomorrow on ABC's Apple Valley News Now, we will bring you more exciting college football. ESPN College Game Day anchors Reese Davis and Desmond Howard preview ABC's Week 6 college football triple header from the University of California, Berkeley.
Starting with the only game matching ranked opponents, Missouri, which hasn't played great against Texas A&M.
Yeah, I think this may be the best game of the weekend, but you're right. Missouri has struggled on offense a little bit, especially in the red zone, but I think this is a game where Brady Cook and Luther Burden III, the wide receiver, I think they can really show up early for this offense and then get Nate Noel going to running back.
3:30 Eastern Time, the Deep South's oldest rivalry, Auburn and Georgia. Georgia coming off that heartbreak, and Auburn coming off a disappointment as well.
I'm curious to see Georgia's response. Now, Georgia started off slow against Clemson, started off very slow against Alabama, but Carson Beck said he does not believe in moral victories. He's disappointed they lost that game. I think Georgia's going to be a different team against Auburn.
You know, you find out how difficult it is to go on the road, and Tennessee ranked 4th in the country going in to take on the Pigs of Arkansas.
Hey, I tell you what, I think this Arkansas offense is starting to find its rhythm. They're running the ball very well. And then when it comes to time of possession, they're number 2 in the conference, holding the ball for 32 minutes per game. I think they're going to try to play keep away against Tennessee's offense.
That Tennessee defense was just outstanding on the road against Oklahoma. They say that defense travels. And, of course, the Big Orange, they have Nico Iamaleava at quarterback as he continues his growth.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Just another shout out to my Auburn Tigers who are taking on the Georgia Bulldogs tomorrow. I don't think that's going to be a good outcome for us, but we'll see. Okay, right now we are tracking just some very light showers in southern Moro and Umatilla counties. In fact, at this point, I think even those have exited stage right. So we have started to clear things out. Here's a summation of some of the rainfall accumulations we've had from the storm system. And on Good Morning Northwest, I was saying to the east of the Cascades, we're probably going to have less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. And unfortunately, that's exactly what panned out. Just 1/100 of an inch in Yakima, 2/100 of an inch in Tri-Cities. The same thing for Walla Walla, just trace amounts in Ellensburg. Now let's tie that into the big picture. So our 2024-2025 rainfall season started on October 1st. So these numbers are going to be inflated because of that, but just know we started off before the storm system way behind average for this time of the year, and after the storm system we're still way behind average for this time of the year, but it is very early in this new rainfall season, so we're going to have a lot of time to chip away at these deficits, and hopefully sometime soon we can turn these into surpluses. Okay, for tonight, we are going to be cold. Overnight lows dropping down into the 30s and 40s, 37 in Ellensburg, 34 in Yakima, 39 in the Tri-Cities. You'll probably, I'm going to rephrase, you might have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, but probably just a little bit too warm for that in the lower Columbia Basin, certainly too warm for that in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. And given that skies are going to be clear, also given that we're in the midst of a geomagnetic storm, you could maybe see the northern lights for tonight. You're going to have a better shot at it for tomorrow night. Here's your day planner for tomorrow. We're going to have temperatures in the 30s and 40s by 8 in the morning. Still jacket weather by 11 in the mornings. We'll have temperatures in the 50s, but into the afternoon, we should warm things up into the 60s and 70s. 70 in Hermiston by 5 p.m., 66 in Yakima. So if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time at the peak of daytime heating in the sunshine, it's probably going to be t-shirt weather. So for tomorrow, 60s and 70s, a couple degrees below average for this time of the year. Light winds, lots of sunshine, just a beautiful fall Saturday ahead of us. And we'll keep it just about as warm for Sunday, warming things up into Tuesday. Could touch 80 in the Tri-Cities, but temperatures fall back down after that. Really, in general, we're going to have seasonal stuff over the next week, also pretty dry stuff. Now, there are these little shower chances for Tuesday through Thursday in the Cascades, more widespread chances possible into Friday, but it's not looking like a washout for now. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Sunny and in the 70s through Monday, maybe touching 80 by Tuesday, cooling off again after Wednesday, and showers are possible for next Friday. In Yakima, sunny and room temperature for Saturday, then a whole bunch of 70s from Sunday through Thursday, maybe back down into the 60s again with a chance for showers late next week. Then in Ellensburg, calmer winds tomorrow, drier and plenty of sunshine. Highs turn warmer for Sunday through Tuesday, cooling off past Wednesday. Then in Hermiston, bright with highs in the 70s through the beginning of next week, maybe into the 80s for Tuesday, trending cooler after Wednesday, and wet weather possibly returns next Friday. Then in Walla Walla, sunny and in the 70s through Tuesday, cooler with clouds building for Wednesday and Thursday. Showers maybe return by next Friday.
And you were talking about the northern lights earlier throughout the show. You posted something on our Facebook page, and a lot of people are responding to it.
People love their northern lights.
They do. So go to our Apple Valley News Now Facebook page for more on that. All right, we're going to come back and have what's trending, so stay tuned.
Fall is in the air, and that means getting back to school, putting outdoor toys away, and getting ready for winter sports. However, if an accident left you sidelined this summer, you should call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Discover a level of comfort you never thought possible. Discover stressless seating at Meredith Furniture. Designed to harmonize with your body's natural movements, it's the premier destination for relaxation and rejuvenation. Right now, take 10% off all stressless recliners, sofas, tables, and ottomans. Meredith Furniture at 1st and Washington in front of Hobby Lobby.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Award-winning country music icon, Joe D. Messina. Heads Carolina, Tails California Tour. Saturday, October 12th, 8 p.m. Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. On sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Joe D. Messina. Heads Carolina, Tails California Tour. Saturday, October 12th, 8 p.m. Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
When a loved one gets sick, it's usually women
who have to leave their jobs to care for them.
Now, I-2124 would take long-term care benefits away from millions of families,
forcing them onto private insurance
that charges women 70% more than men,
and denies coverage for people with pre-existing conditions.
So vote no.
Because our loved ones can't afford to lose their long-term care benefits.
And neither can we.
Back to school. That means more kids will be out in traffic when you least expect them. They don't know the rules of the road yet, but you do, so drive safely. This message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar?
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05, Apple Valley News Now.
Check this out because it is time for What's Trending. Josh joining me tonight. And in entertainment news, music enthusiasts and collectors will get a chance to own a piece of rock and roll history next month.
Yeah, Austin, the electric guitar that George Harrison played during the Beatles' early years will be up for bid at the annual Rock and Roll Music Auction in Nashville. Harrison purchased the guitar in 1959 from a music store in Liverpool, and it quickly became his go-to instrument. The guitar is now valued up to $800,000, and it's currently part of the exhibition at the Beatles Story Museum in Liverpool. From there, the guitar will make its way to New York City for public viewing and then head to the Musicians Hall of Fame in Nashville for one final stop.
I bet a lot of people would love that.
$800,000, I think that's lowballing it a little bit.
I would, right as you said that number, I was like,
thinking 7 figures at least.
Yeah, I thought we'd get into the million mark. Hey, this is a cool one. New research suggests dolphins might smile at each other when they play.
Interesting. Well, Italian and French scientists studied nearly 24 dolphins while they played with each other, their human trainers, and on their own. They found the dolphins almost always made an open mouth expression comparable to a smile while they were playing with each other, rather than with humans or by themselves. Researchers say this suggests it's a form of communication. They believe dolphins do it to stop their games from turning into a fight due to miscommunication.
Wow. Dolphins are smart animals. I've never seen one up in, well, wait, no, I've seen a dolphin like at an aquarium, I think, but.
Are we sure that the dolphins are smiling? Because, like, my dog, it looks like she's smiling, but she's just panting. She's nervous.
By the way, Josh just got a new pup, and
Yes.
he's very excited about.
Yes.
And how is she doing? She's good?
She's a little nervous. She's panting. She's pacing, but she pooped, and she's eating her food. So it's going well.
It's going
Overall,
well then.
Yes.
What's her name?
Her name is Maisie.
Maisie.
Like Daisy, but with an M.
All right, very good. All right, we're going to come back with final weather right after this.
It's time to get your home ready for the season and save big during the pre-holiday sale at Furniture Row. Everything is on sale, from dining to sofas, bedrooms, and mattresses. Or get 48 months, no interest. The pre-holiday sale on now at Furniture Row.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape mods, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for less. We smoke the competition.
So what do you think about these?
We like this.
Yeah, we love it.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com to learn more about no interest, no payments for 12 months.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Do frozen screens make your heart melt? Do buffering wheels give you butterflies? Didn't think so. You should meet Ziply Fiber. It's faster, it's friendlier, it's fiber. Ziply is fiber optic internet. That means no lag and no buffering. Gotta love it. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Businesses, community organizations, and people of all walks of life have joined together for Riverfest 2024. Riverfest is free family fun entertainment featuring exhibitors, live music, and vendors showcasing all the benefits of our river system. Join us on Saturday, October 5th from 10 to 3 at Columbia Park in Kennewick. Find out more at riverfestwa.com or on Facebook. Riverfest 2024. Our rivers, our life. Bring the whole family.
Looking for a new appliance but don't want to wait weeks for delivery? At Fred's Appliance, our Get It Today inventory makes sure you don't have to. Thanks to our fully stocked warehouses, we have a vast selection of appliances ready for you right now. From refrigerators to washing machines, ovens to dryers, you name it, we have it ready to go. No more waiting, no more delays. Just the appliance you need when you need it. Fred's Appliance. If we advertise it, we've got it. Visit any of our showrooms and get your new appliance today.
It's time to get your home ready for the season and save big during the pre-holiday sale at Furniture Row. Everything is on sale, from dining to sofas, bedrooms, and mattresses. Or get 48 months, no interest. The pre-holiday sale on now at Furniture Row.
It's the greatest harvest on earth. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Welcome back to Apple Valley News now at 6. Tonight we're going to have clear skies, overnight lows dropping down into the 30s and 40s, so chilly stuff, but the clear skies would lend to the possibility of us maybe seeing the northern lights, and we'll just run that back for tomorrow night. An even better chance of seeing the northern lights for Saturday night, so hopefully we can get lucky and actually see those. Tomorrow, temperatures up into the 60s and 70s, a very nice fall Saturday. Overall, a comfortable and sunny weekend ahead. Looks pretty dry for next week up until late week. That's when we have our next substantial shot of rain.
All right. Well, hey, it was fun doing the guys show tonight.
Definitely.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Have a great weekend. Austin Reed with Josh Colbreth, hoping your news is good news.